KDSD-001 FM.
KDSD 92.7 FM. D-side after hours. Low frequency. High truth.
Yeah, this is Nate Neko, KDSD 93.7 FM, D-side after hours. If you're hearing me right now, means you already turned that volume down. Good. Keep it like that. Stay low, stay tuned. Let me take you downhill. Not that tourist bus type of downhill. I'm talking about that kind where you ease off the gas a little and the ride just slides itself down. Up on that top layer, you've got office buildings pressed up against the cliff face, bus loops going round and round, like they're trying to trap people in some clean-ass answer. Down here on this layer, that's D-side. D-side ain't no single spot. It's a drop zone. Slopes down from that second-tier plateau, falls all the way to the low platform, kissing the waterline. First thing you see is a strip of storefronts lined up straight, signs so faded they look like a bootleg tape been dubbed too many times. Keep rolling, wood houses hugging the curb. Auto shop doors wide open, oil stains and dust mixed together like that's this place's blood type. Little further out, that budget motel light's still on, rooms still breathing. You ask me if it's broken down. Yeah, it's broken down. You ask me if it's still alive. Hell yeah, it's alive. Back when I was rolling with D-side homies, we wasn't talking about no mission statements. We was talking about beats, talking about rides, talking about whether a tape was worth flipping to the B-side. Back then, you wanted to leave a block. You only had two ways out. Get on a mixtape, or get in a lowrider, cruise down this slope. Let it take you slow. Don't laugh, this slope is history. Tonight, I ain't here to read you no announcements. And I damn sure ain't trying to play like I'm some Empire-level commander. I'm just asking you one thing. Who's running the night you seeing? You think what you're seeing is streetlights, convenience stores, uniforms on patrol, that open sign hanging on the door. But let me tell you something. What really moves at night ain't the lights. It's the sight lines. You think you're looking, but somebody else choosing the angles for you, polishing up certain hallways for you, painting certain doorways black. You think you're just tired, eyes playing tricks? But out here in the Inland Empire, the more something feel like an illusion, the more likely it's engineered. The word I've been getting these past few days. Real simple. Somebody been testing along the fault lines, like they sniffing for something. Somebody been moving toward places you thought nobody lived, like they counting door numbers, and certain old names getting brought up again, like they being dragged out the fog back onto the street. You don't need to rush asking me who. What you need to do right now is remember what layer you on. You on this bottom layer, don't be looking up trying to beef with the top layer. All you gotta do is crack that car window, listen to the echoes off the water. In a minute, I'ma say this harder. I'ma tell you exactly how many people D-side still got, who's permanent residents, who's temporary, who's in circulation, who's disappearing. I ain't gonna make you survive off guessing. This hour's held together by the folks who still sell you food, a bed, and a moment of quiet. Don't go nowhere. Here's the word from our sponsors.
D-Side Liquor and Deli is clearing shelves right now. No story, no nostalgia, just numbers. 6-pack domestic beer, just $7.99. Imported tall cans, 2 for $5 mix and match, no questions. Energy drinks, $4.50 each, limit 6 unless you look really tired. Lighters, 99 cents, because losing them is part of the human condition. Hot food, yeah, Odin cups, $4 flat, still hot after midnight. Sushi rolls, $6.50, made today. Painkillers, antacids, instant noodles, aspirin, bandages, and marijuana. If it fixes something temporarily, it's probably on aisle 3. Open till late, lights on. D-Side Liquor and Deli, D-Side Motel, still operating.
Before you keep listening, hold up a second. Don't rush that gas pedal. This time of night, supplies matter more than judgment calls. If you're out here in D-Side right now, ain't many lights still on. But there's one you don't gotta guess about. D-Side Liquor and Deli. Cold case, always got what's cold. Beer, soda, juice-old brands, new labels. Behind the counter, you got groceries, cigarettes, lighters, painkillers. You don't need to explain why you still up this late. The lights in there don't ask questions. Lately, they added some hot options too. Odin hits different at night than it do in the daytime, more reliable. They got sushi too. Don't ask where it's from, you ask. You ain't sleeping tonight anyway. All you need to know is when you eat it, your heartbeat slows down a little. Out here in this neighborhood, slowing down matters. D-Side Liquor and Deli. If that door's still open, means this street ain't completely powered down yet. One more thing while we're here. If what you need tonight ain't just food, if you ain't planning to go home, or home ain't on the map no more, D-Side Motel. Weekly rates. No long-term plans required. No need to explain your luggage situation. The key's real. The door locks. Curtains actually close. Soundproofing ain't perfect, but it's enough to let you shut your eyes. Out here, that counts as benefits. Some people stay one night. Some people stay a stretch. And some just need an address that don't come with follow-up questions. D-Side Motel. Still open for business. That by itself is a signal. Alright, don't touch that volume. We're continuing. What you're hearing right now, this the layer of the street that's really awake. Not that daytime type. I'm talking tires, still warm, ocean salt, mixed with motor oil type. D-Side blocks don't grow tall. Wood houses, low apartments, corner stores squeezed in between. Main drag both sides packed with rides. Old American sedans with the paint peeling off, lowrider conversions, rims getting more intricate the deeper you look. Some of these cars look like they shouldn't move no more, but you know, they come back to life at night. Sometimes I pick up sounds I ain't supposed to hear. Not music. I'm talking about that high-frequency tail end from the freezer compressor way out there. And that then rattle the ocean breeze leaves behind when it cuts through the drainage pipes. That type of sound, too clean. Humans usually tune it out. But if you can hear it, means you on this layer too. I'm gonna give you 3 lines. Remember M? And that's enough. Line 1. This here is a night narrative branch line off the normality range. Ain't the main storyline, but a whole lot of shit takes a turn through here. Line 2. This is the distribution point for weed and mixtapes. Emotions get traded on this street, amplified, then passed on to the next hand. Line 3. This is a default loop, weak derailment zone. Recording studio can lead straight into a backyard party. Don't need to explain what happened in between, by what we can touch right now. This bay drop zone, permanent residence, roughly 900 hits. Not counting the ones only staying one night, not counting the ones showing up in rabbit masks. This a courtyard state number. It floats, but the direction's accurate. Damn near half of them. Gang affiliated, or got 1 foot in. D-Side's own people make up the most. Cousins, neighbors, backyard party, regular crew, DJs, beat makers, video editors, runners, weed growers, drivers, in that batch coming out the lowrider garages. You see a tall, machine-shaped shadow. Don't look up. They maintain the shell. Who gets to come film? Who don't? What you can sell? what you can't sell to kids, and they turn this whole place into an atmosphere while they at it. Not a community, a brand. Go deeper. You hit the cold layer. Cold storage, docks, trucks, forklift operators, night shift loaders, auto repair, and paint shop. Daytime, they keep everything running. Nighttime, they might be welding metal in the garage or running power cables for a party. The ones disappearing the most. That's them. The old ones, the skilled ones, the type nobody can replace. Then you've got service industry, corner stores, liquor, fast food, motel. Daytime, they make this place look like a regular Bay community. Kids buying ice cream, workers buying coffee. Nighttime, they know exactly when to keep their head down, when to tell you not to film. Registered uniforms ain't many. New transfers, temporary assignments. Treating this like field work, not home turf. The real ones watching. They don't write their names on no roster. You don't need to remember names anyway. Age-wise, you can feel it. Too many young people. 15 to 35. That's the bulk. Kids and old folks. Scarce. Ain't luck. They getting moved out slow. The ones left behind. They're the ones who can carry weight. Past year or so. Confirmed. Disappeared. Around 20. Most of them blue-collar types. A few didn't come back after rainy nights. Found their clothes. Didn't find them. Few more. Checked into the motel. No record of leaving the city. Footage shows them dancing, real happy. You can call this statistics. You can call this testimony. This street ain't the problem. It's been positioned to catch the problem. Echoes from the deep water. Leftover pieces from the night. All of it gets concentrated right here. Next segment, we're talking about what's behind these numbers. Who's redrawing the lines? Who's making the call? On who still gets to stay in the ride? Keep coasting down this slope. Stay low.
KDSD 93.7 FM. D-side after hours. Low frequency, high truth. KDSD 93.7. D-side after hours. Stay low. Stay tuned.
Before we keep walking toward deep water, let's take care of the daily routine that's still alive. If you've been to that corner store these past couple days, not that daytime coffee buying hours. I'm talking when the lights start buzzing, when the freezer compressor sound slows down, when the wind chime by the door don't really feel like moving. You might have seen her already. New employee, name's Tama. She don't talk much, moves clean, counts accurate. Night shift, don't rattle her. Morning shift, she don't complain. You ask her if something's in stock. She checks first, then answers. Not like some people, nod first, disappear later. Her shift schedule, real simple, right now. Part of the day, at the store. Nights, she covers graveyard. Sometimes you'll see her over by the motel. Not because they're short-staffed, just that some places need someone who don't get tired and don't write down the wrong things. She got fixed rest periods, not the type written on the wall. But you'll notice, she never pushes through past that third night shift. Ain't an efficiency thing. This is the bare minimum respect the block shows its workers. Food at the store changed a little too. Odin sells better at night than daytime now. Sushi ain't much, but it's clean. Some people think this a new trend. Truth is just somebody finally willing to do it right. As for where she's staying, don't worry about it. She got a long-term room at the motel now. Quiet, not next to the pool. That light strip outside the window flashes twice at night. Just enough. This street we on. We ain't good at welcome speeches, but we real clear on what it means to keep somebody around. As for me, you've been listening to me talk for a minute now. I ain't here playing radio host. I'm just putting the sound of this place in a position where you can hear it. Used to be mixtapes. Then it was the car radio. Now it's this frequency. Daytime, I disappear. Nighttime, you might be standing outside the corner store, hear me talking. But when you look up, all you see is the cold case vibrating. Sometimes I hear things early, not voices. I'm talking about that real, light, metal stretching sound, right before the street needs to exhale. Humans generally don't clock it. But if that night you suddenly decide not to keep driving forward, that ain't overthinking. My homeboy 224 still running his routes. Some things he don't say. Not because they secrets, but because once he says them, they turn into assignments. I'm responsible for keeping it in the story. This segment ain't a warning. Ain't an announcement either. Just letting you know who the block's taken care of, who's on night watch, who ain't been forgotten by the system. Coming up next, we're gonna start talking numbers. Not the cold type, the type where after you hear them, you realize some people ain't been around lately, but you never thought to notice. Don't change the station.
Now if you're done pretending you're going home, D-Side Motel right down the strip. Single room, 1 bed, $65 a night. Double room, 2 beds, $85. Weekly rate, only $3.90. Cash preferred, receipts optional. Clean sheets, working lock, curtains that actually close. Pool's there, don't ask about it. Ice machine works when it feels like it. No background checks, no motivational speeches. You need a place to stop moving. This is it. This ad costs money. That means the deals are real. D-Side Liquor and Deli, D-Side Motel, still operating, which already tells you something.
Alright, let's talk about that red line. Not a police tape line. I'm talking spray paint, brake marks, the residual heat a lowrider convoy leaves behind at night. You stay in D-Side long enough, you're gonna hear one name eventually. Dragonfly Captain. Ain't no cartoon. Ain't no mascot. This the type where first glance you think it's cosplay. Second glance, you notice everybody listening real serious when he talks. Char, or the corner calls him Dragonfly more often. He ain't local, but where he landed happened to be right here on our drop zone. Like a piece of metal that don't belong. Gravity just pressed it hard into the concrete. Them blood boys at first just thought, this older cat dressed too red, stood too straight, talked less like he running streets and more like he deploying formations. Then they figured out, the way he looks at a slope ain't like other people. Looks at an intersection like he reading a tactical map. Looks at lowriders parked in a line, ain't seeing cars, he's seeing mobile units. You ask him if he bloods, he won't answer. But when outsiders try to treat this street like a photo backdrop, the first one stepping out to block the lens, I always got that red bandana showing. Some nights, I hear sounds I ain't supposed to hear. Not engines, not sirens. It's that low hum from metal slowly taking weight in the night wind far off. Like a leg adjusting its center of gravity in concrete. Frequency real low. So low only ears that been on this street long enough gonna notice. That ain't a threat. That's a reminder. D-Side ain't no parade route. Ain't no commercial set. And it damn sure ain't nobody's action movie storyboard. Dragonfly Captain understands that. So what he teaching ain't how to fight. It's how to stand. Stand on the slope. Stand under the lights. Stand in the spot where somebody else want you to move from. Some people say he waiting for a big battle. Others say he just waiting for coordinates. I don't concern myself with that. All I know is, when them rabbits start testing routes through the fog, when them summer people start pulling old names back out. D-side got at least one person who genuinely planning to guard this street like it's a war zone. And they say, when the streets get too quiet, it ain't peace, it's predators changing dialect. Some nights you feel the rim shake. Others, you swear there's something giggling in the alley behind the Zaku yard. So we turn down the volume, but that doesn't mean silence. It just means a different kind of signal. It's slipping through the static. Next up, not gang, not cops, not even listed in the city database, but they got rituals, they got roots, and they leave footprints, where even my whiskers twitch. If you in your car right now, or you posted up by the water listening to this, remember one line, and that's enough. Tonight, not every party wants you there. We gotta talk about them rabbits. Not the cartoon type, not the cute type. I'm talking the ones wearing smiley faces, dressed in uniforms, standing dead center in your sight line. They've got 2 business cards. Daytime card looks like a company. Budgets, shift schedules, procedures, employee badges, conference room lights, never turn off. Nighttime card looks like a party. Pool, motel, red cups, glow sticks, camera flash, always a half beat too early. 2 skins, 1 soul. Illegal corridor contractors, plus cult content operations department. They don't chase you down, don't threaten you. First thing they do is make you think this shit's fun. Absurd scenarios get released first. Atmosphere cranked all the way up, but always stops just before the climax. Before you even decide if you're leaving, the camera already on you. Camcorder, CCTV, disposable cameras. You think you're filming them? Reality is, they're positioning you for the shot. By the time you realize something wrong, you're already in the frame. What happens after don't need your cooperation? The edit gonna write your ending for you. Next day, what other people see is footage. Title says missing, or it says mental breakdown, or it don't say nothing at all. This ain't metaphor. This is procedure. Now, let me give you something practical. 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. Motel pool, area high-risk zone. Don't go check out the scene by yourself. If you see a group of people moving like they paused on the same frame, hands raising cups that never come down, red cups, glow sticks, cameras flashing constant, like some copy-paste scene template, leave immediately. Don't film. Don't ask questions. Don't think you can watch for 2 more seconds. If the number of people in the frame starts approaching 20, 30, you're going to notice the noise grain starting to crawl out. The image like somebody gently pulling it outward. This ain't your equipment malfunctioning. This is the location changing. Listen close. That tiny sound you hearing, like film stock rubbing together, or like the pool pump stuttering half a beat. If you hear it, means you standing too close already. This segment ain't intimidation. This is a public safety advisory. The most dangerous thing about them rabbits ain't the teeth. It's that they know too well how to make everything look legitimate. Team building, theme parties, spring break, night shift, content creation. You think you're just getting home late. Reality is, you helping them starch the hallways. Remember this. If a party looks like it's never gonna end, then you shouldn't go in.
This one for the night shift. Still alive. Still riding. For the ones getting home with the tide on their side. This one for D-side.
S.H.I.V.E. Inland Empire.
West Coast. Slide down the slope where the gradient shift. Top layer shine clean, but the bottom stay adrift. Office buildings clinging to cliffs, acting all stiff. Down here where the concrete crack and the fog lift. Bus loops running circles, got you trapped in they lie. I cut through the lanes while the truth drive by. Store signs faded like a bootleg fry. Wood frames leaning heavy where the real ones hide. Motor oil mixing with that salt air thick. Auto shop doors, yawn chrome on a stick. Low rider rims catch stars when the axles kick. Night got lungs, homie, feel that bass lick. I don't read headlines, bitch, I read face. Somebody choosing your angles, putting you in place. Hallways get polished where they want you to pace. Corners painted black, disappear without a trace. If the scene look froze right before the peak, smile stretched wide, looking too damn sleek. That ain't fake, motherfucker, that's technique. So back your ass up if you wanna stay free. Vibe feel stage like you extras on set. Frame hold you ransom, matter to place bets. Don't test limits when the lens ain't threats. Reverse quick or you caught in they nets.
This one for D-side, S.H.I.V.
Inland Empire, West Coast. D-side liquor where the lights don't quit. Cold case humming, everything legit. Cigarettes and painkillers block survive off the shit. Corner store temple for the ones who don't split. Odin in the pot, hit different past two. Sushi on the counter, don't ask, just chew. Heartbeat slow when that warmth run through. If the door stay open, then the block still true. Tamer on the register, movements clean as hell. Count accurate, never need a story you tell. Night shift, don't shake her. Presence hold the sail. Some workers built the anchor with the chaos repel. Shout to tweet 2-4, still gripping that lens tight. Film what we live while they erase a night. Arts carve the real so the memory don't flight. They want us gone, but he document the fight. Now Dragonfly, Captain Bread Rag on display. Bloods hold corners in the tactical way. Posters stand tall while the rest just sway. See formations in parking lots where cars lay. Low rider roads like units in formation. When outsiders try to fill my situation. First shadow blocking cameras, no hesitation. Metal hum in the wind, low frequency vibration. Inland Empire, West Coast. North Gate, cold wind, seal the passage tight. South edge burn, eternal under star firelight. Projection courtyard, bending what you think you sight. Ripple eucalypt roots, hold the memory right. Emerald base shimmer, but it ain't safe harbor. Shallows roll patient while the coasts get harder. In an empire layer, we the base narrator. Low frequency truth, no fake shit sharper. Gotta talk about them rabbits in their uniform suit. Day shift look corporate, night shift absolute. Two faces, one soul, both equally pollute. They don't chase you down, they just make you mute. First they stage absurdity, make the scene look fun. Drop your guard quick before the camera run. You think you recording, but you already done. Added in too in before the reel is spun. DV tape, CCTV, disposable flash. You the content now, homie, process the ash. 10 to 4 month trim, Paul passion out fast. Red cups frozen, glow sticks in the stash. If the guard hit 20 in a Amex 10, that ain't your phone glitching. The location shift gears, hear that film straight sound crawling in your ears. You too close already, get the fuck out of there. Old gentleman standing on the water at night. Diving suit silhouette never moves out of sight. Wind blow hard, but that shape stay tight. People disappear clean, just shoes, no fight. I ain't saying what it wants, what it need to consume. Just facts, 20 plus names don't enter they room. You on thin souls who wander in the gloom. When the air tastes sweet, that's death perfume. Shot the D-side liquor like stay on when it's late. Shot the Motown rap, stop it in that gate. If the spring she left the neck when your head to stay. When you locked in correct when the night got away. Inland Empire, West Coast. Inland Empire, West Coast.
Yo, yo, yo. Before we keep walking into deeper water, let me put y'all up on something real quick. If them low-end frequencies you've been hearing got you feeling like it's familiar but shouldn't be hitting right now, that ain't no hallucination, homie. S.H.I.V.E's own visual archive just dropped. And I ain't talking that algorithm-friendly content. Ain't talking tourist postcard city backdrop, neither. I'm talking real, uncut footage from that low water level layer of the bay. Feel me? The name probably already made rounds through your ears on the block. S.H.I.V.E shallows rollin'. No vocals, don't tell you how to think. Just a ride, sliding, the road receding, low end, keeping the ledger. You're gonna see who's still holding it down in the neighborhood, who already got edited out. Where you catch it, YouTube. S.H.I.V.E, Inland Empire Archives. Account name at Inland Hive Lab. Yeah, same crew you're listening to right now on this frequency. Same bloodline, different vessel. Some things made for nighttime listening. Some things you gotta see to understand. My homie, 2 to 4, keeping that steering wheel steady. The footage ain't rushing you, ain't waiting on you either. You understand low end. You keep up on your own. I'll be in the back seat, waiting. You find it? You find it. You don't stress. If you've been around S.H.I.V.E long enough, you definitely heard this name. The Old Gentlemen. Nobody knows where they came from. Nobody can say for sure if they even one thing. The older folks only say long time back, before this stretch of bay got built up like it is. When the tide came in, it had swallowed the dock straight to your ankles. Back then, people working nights would sometimes see a shape standing out on the water. Not swimming, not fishing, just standing, dressed like an old diving suit, the type you only see in museums now, from a distance. You'd think somebody playing games, but here's the problem. It never moves. Wind blowing hard, waves rolling high. It just stands there. Then people started disappearing, not all at once. More like that type where tonight they're still outside the corner store smoking. But by morning, their shoes floating by the seawall. Nobody ever found bodies. Nobody ever found blood. Just things left behind. Shoes, hats, sometimes a jacket. Wet, real slow, like it'd been soaking in deep water. Street got a lot of versions of this. Some people say, if you lock eyes with that shadow too long, you suddenly feel real quiet. Not the kind where your ears go out. It's like somebody slowly turning the world's volume knob down. Others say, before it appears, you hear the sound first, not waves, not wind. It's a real low hum, like an old radio that ain't tuned right. Frequency so low, you think it's your own head making noise. Let me say something real. Some sounds ain't designed for human ears, but decide at night, people heard it. And don't ask me what they eat. The street version only gets scarier. Some say they only look for people who already worn down. The ones staying up late, regular. The ones getting close to the water alone. Just came from a party. Emotions ain't settled yet. These stories, you can take them as legends if you want. I can only tell you one thing. This past year or so, quite a few people really didn't come back. Names got written on walls, but their stories ain't finished. So if you're out at night and you see the waterfront too quiet, quiet in a way that ain't right, don't push it. Don't take photos. Don't think you're just overthinking. This place, some things don't need you to believe in them. They just need you to get too close. At night, we gotta talk about some heavy shit. Not because I'm trying to scare nobody. It's because some names, ain't nobody calling them out no more. This past year and change, S.H.I.V.E lost people. Not that news type lost, not the reported, archived, case closed type. I'm talking that type where next day you never see them at the same spot again. That old head outside the corner store used to stand by the vending machine every night. asking for cigarettes, wouldn't take money, just needed somebody to say a word to him. Then, one day, his cup was still there. He wasn't. Them two brothers at the dock, fishing at night, sleeping during the day. Their car still there, fishing gear still there. Tide went out, came back in, but they didn't. There's other names I ain't saying. Not out of disrespect, just don't want them to disappear one more time, just from being heard. 224's side bin keeping record. Not that police station black and white paperwork type, but piecing it together from shift schedules, surveillance blind spots, who swiped their card last, who didn't pick up the phone that day. That type of record keeping. One thing we can say clear now is, these disappearances, they ain't all the same reason. Ain't all the same type of bad luck neither. Some people, it's like the night shift swallowed them whole. All you know is they left later than usual that day. Wind direction was off, fog too thick, and then the world just had one less fixed point. Some people, they lingered too long in places they shouldn't have been. Pool area, back alleys. Them spots where the lights always way too bright. Music stuck half a second before the peak. Getting in is easy. It's getting out. Can't nobody prove you got out. Then there's a small portion who disappeared clean. No messages, no arguments. Even people who knew them can't say. He seemed off that day. That type makes your spine cold. 224's conclusion, real simple. Don't pin this on one monster. This more like several undercurrents, circling under the same stretch of bay. Some pull people down, some cut people out. Some don't leave nothing behind at all. Let me say something real to the folks listening from outside. If you're just passing through during the day, buying coffee, snapping a photo of the ocean, you most likely fine. But if you, the type who's here regular at night, running night shifts, hanging in the back areas, or you always think, one more look won't hurt, remember one principle. People exist by being remembered, long as you still showing up in the places people used to seeing you. This neighborhood ain't completely forgot you yet. Now, let me talk about something that ain't ghost stories, ain't nobody walking on water type shit. Let me talk about the future, the living, the stuff you can stand on solid ground. Decide, don't survive just off staying up late. For a neighborhood to breathe, it needs daytime rhythm, roots people can remember. So what's coming next ain't orders, it's a notice. Ain't nobody approved this, it's what we're using ourselves. Start with the core strategy. That corner store line, plus this radio line. One collects information when the light's on. One sends signals when the light's off. Hold it down during the day. Give warnings at night. We ain't playing hero, we playing shock absorber. You're gonna notice footage starting to overlap lately. Same street, same angle. Some people holding cameras, some holding budget sheets. Homie 224 trying to film things, record things, preserve the neighborhood. But other hands trying to turn that same location into an entrance point. This conflict gonna come. Ain't a question of if, just when. So we're doing 3 small things first. Quiet, no noise, but they work. First thing, motel cameras getting repositioned. Only watching the street row. Only watching the parking lot. Not filming the pool. Not filming hallways. Not filming them places you shouldn't be staring at anyway. Ain't about being scared. It's about not giving trouble an opening. Second thing, corner store receipts and surveillance timestamps getting taken serious. What time, who bought what, when they left. Ain't auditing, it's tracking people. Comma's there, so this gonna land steady. Third thing, radio doing 2 low frequency windows every day. Not calling names, not pointing fingers. Just saying where tonight feels wrong. Which road to take slow, which wind ain't clean. People who get it, gonna get it. People who don't, at least they walk to less steps into trouble. Speaking of public stuff, basketball court getting fixed up. Not for games, for people to show up. Bus line getting negotiated too, so night shift folks don't gotta rely on luck to get home. These things ain't cool, but they save lives. Decide, do need saving. It needs to keep being seen. Needs people remembering who came, who didn't. Long as people still showing up at the same spot every day, this stretch of street ain't so easy to swallow whole. Yeah, time's about up. If you followed all the way here, you should understand by now. Decide ain't a news story, ain't a legend neither. It's a breath that's still being used. We drove down from the slope, looked at the neighborhood's shadow, counted the people still alive, remembered the ones who disappeared, talked about corner store lights, radio frequencies, touched on a few names you shouldn't hear at parties. Wasn't trying to scare nobody, just reminding you the night ain't empty. If you remember one thing, let it be this. Don't treat familiar strangeness like background noise. Slow down, see clear, then decide if you keep moving forward. This been Decide After Hours. Low frequency, high truth. Before I close the mic, routine acknowledgement to the old heads holding this neighborhood down.
This one for
Decide
D-side.
Liquor and Deli. That spot still got lights on at night. And Decide Motel.
S.H.I.V.E.
Long-term rooms, short-term
Inland
properties.
Empire.
You know they
and
there.
West-Side.
If these sounds you just heard left a little echo in your head, then that's right. Stay low, stay tuned. Before we meet again, turn that volume down a little. Listen to what the street itself says.
KDSD 93.7 FM.